I don't feel insecure at all. Okay, I don't feel insecure about my meat. I don't feel insecure about how she feels. The thing is, I don't feel no types of way about it. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. You know, so I don't need to be, I guess, defined by what she does. Okay, I understand how it looks. I get how it looks. I get how it may be a little bit out of the ordinary that a woman such as herself would do something like that. I don't know how many women do that when their significant other is not around. I don't know. I don't know. One time I glanced and I took a peek. I didn't. I glanced at it because she had it open and she was like trying to show me something, and I just see a whole bunch of tabs, and I'm like, wow, so much for being loyal. But see, here's the thing, though. I don't know like any couples that like watch it together or anything like that. But as far as like me, I don't want I don't want a woman doing that. I honestly don't want a woman doing that, and quite frankly, I don't want to know like if a woman tells me that like I do this or do that, it's an automatic no. Okay, some men might be okay with it. Some men may be uncomfortable with it, but may be like, well, I got a kid by her, so I gotta stay with her. Listen, my whole thing is it's like your first instinct is to feel insecure because you're not sure. Like it could be several reasons. I may not be putting it down right. I may not be you know communicating about different positions, or I may not excite her in the bedroom. Um, I you never know. You never know. So I guess like knowing that, I don't think um I don't think there's a time that that will stop. So to me it's like, yeah, I could address it. Yeah, you could address it, but you honestly think she's gonna stop. It's like if she's like it's like her sleeping with another dude. You honestly think if you tell her don't sleep with him, she's gonna stop? She's not. So I guess the whole thing about that situation is, I guess you gotta find like a way in your heart to just like cancel that, because you gotta understand it's the same thing as sleeping with another man. You're watching somebody else put it down. And even if you're watching like specific, you know, I don't know, fetishes or whatever the case may be, as soon as you get on the site, you see everything. You see everything, like all types of stuff. The most popular, the recommended, the trending, whatever, just like any other site, right? You see different stuff, whether you want to see it or you don't. It's like scrolling through Twitter. You might scroll through Twitter and you might see something like, wow, I wasn't looking for it, but wow, it found me. Um, you know, so I think the thing is, you just gotta be aware. You just gotta be aware and just understand that, you know, it may come a time where it's like, what do you do in that situation? You know, what do I do in that situation? Um, do you address it, or do you leave it alone, or do you just say fuck it and just end it all? Like what? So I think that's my biggest question in the comment section is, what do you do when something like that happens? She's watching, another man rail, uh, you know, another guy, or she's watching another man rail. I mean, it could be gay porn. It could be, uh, girl on girl. I don't know. You know, I I don't think I quite looked at it that hard, but I just noticed there was a lot of tabs on there, and it didn't look like it was stopping. I mean, I saw about 6 tabs of porn on there, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I have to leave? Do I need to go? you know, um, so that was kind of eye opening. Um, I think it's like I don't think it's the same as like watching your girl get fucked or anything like that, but I mean, it is quite uncomfortable to kind of see that and just be like, just okay with it. I guess like it's kind of like, damn, I don't know where we go from here, and it's like, women want you to share your feelings, and it's like I don't have no feelings to share about that, you know, and it's like you got 6 tabs of straight porn on there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's gay porn. I don't know if it's you know BBC. Like I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I don't know if it's fat ass BBC. I don't know. All I know is she got 6 tabs of straight porn, and I'm just kind of like, wow. I don't really know what to do at this point, because like I don't think there's anything I can do really. It's not like an uncomfortable feeling, but I mean it is what it looks like. Like it's porn. Like it's like I don't see how it's supposed to move forward after you don't seen it. It's not like you take a break for like, you know, 10, 15 years, or 10 years or whatever, and like you haven't seen it, or maybe it was like 8, maybe it was 7, 5, I don't know, maybe you haven't seen it in like 5 years, and then you just like, oh wow, is that like, no, like you've been watching this stuff like recently up until now. And it's like there's no telling how long you've been watching it, you know and I don't know, man. I'm kind of lost at this point. uh this video is definitely uncomfortable to make. I will say that, because now I'm not sure like where I go from here. Um, but yeah, I mean, hopefully somebody will um find it informational, I guess, and kind of know kind of knows where to, you know, how to move forward, I guess. Um, yeah.